You are live. How about that, man? YouTube is telling the truth this time, boys. It's right, we're live. And we're back with another live stream. It's been a while since I've streamed. When was the last time I streamed? Last Thursday? Was it one week ago? Friday, probably? Last Friday. 1 week almost now. So yeah, today we're going to do this. We're going to do some soloing. Let's see. Tier list is up. Tanking tier list is up. I'm going to be working on the healing tier list this week. May not have it ready for next week, but it'll be ready for the week after for sure. It does take a while. Kind of disappointed with how few comments and activity the video's gotten so far, but I suppose that'll come. Oh man, people are already commenting. Ah, finally, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Hey, dude. Man, it seems like forever since you streamed. Yeah, we were just thinking about that. It's like a 1 full week. Your videos are what made me switch to Blood DK. Good shit, man. I'm about to make a video on that. I'm about to get everybody and their brother to play Blood DK, man. It's so good right now. I got a question for Soul. Jesus Christ. I haven't even finished my intro, guys. Chill. Is Blood DK or Demon Hunter better? Demon Hunter is better. They do more damage and they have like 60% of the self-healing that Blood has, which is enough. Like, they don't need much more than that. So anyway. So yeah, tank tier list up. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. I would appreciate a thumbs up on that. Let's see what else. Working on the healing tier list. Good. We're gonna solo this today. Darkheart 12. Yeah, I had Darkheart 15, but I think we're gonna start with 12. Just so you guys are aware, 7.3 changed the way the keystone system works. Obviously, hopefully everybody knows that by now, but a 10 is now the highest you need. It drops 935 weekly, 915 in the chest. So very real chance that you can get sizable upgrades just from completing 10s. But I'm going to do a 12. Now, granted, 10s are quite easy, and that's why we're doing 12. Typically, you know, last patch I was like, I'm just doing 15. I don't care about making this any harder than it already is. But this is like, yeah, 10 would be very easy. Like, if I did this on 10, this would be a romp. We would just shit on it. So I think we're going to start with 12. If we find it easy, we could work up to 13. But the goals for today are to do this. This is Darkheart again. Obviously, I've done this twice already now. But it's not easy. It really isn't. The last boss is still going to be a challenge. Opening trash is still going to be a challenge, but the difference is I have some incredible DPS trinkets now. So last time I was doing it with very poor optimization. This time I will be very much capable of crushing everything in here. So we'll see. Maybe 12 will be very easy. We'll try it out, but let's see. This is either G-Nuns go, or this is either gonna go really well or really bad. Yeah, we'll see. No, I mean, it's not gonna go really bad. I know that much. How do you class tanks in power? Not for solo, but overall. I have an entire video on the topic. Julian, check it out. It's the latest video uploaded to the channel. Your item level at the moment. That's a great question. Currently 937. I could go all the way up to 939, but that would require using a trinket that I won't be using in here. So I'm going to try to stick with these trinkets for a single target. I think I'm just going to stick with Cephas for the whole run. If I have Cephas on, I have 40% haste. Basically, with this trinket and everything set up, I have 40%. I have 40% haste. So that is a lot of haste, guys. I have almost 14,000 haste. That's a lot. So yeah, I think Cephas is just something I'm just going to be using a lot more. Because I got really good bracers. That's why 940 bracers and 940 waist both have high haste on them. So yeah, my gear is starting to get really good. So anyway, let's get right into it. I'm gonna start the solo of Darkheart 12, which I'm expecting to go quite well. I've already done this. Like I said, I did it last expansion on 14. I would have done it on 15 if my power didn't go out. But anyway, we'll see. Anyway, the big hurricane coming this weekend, guys. If anybody lives in Florida or the Gulf area, man, best of luck. It's gonna be pretty bad, I would say. So the one good thing about this week is these affixes are effectively, once again, non-factorial. They will essentially do no harm to me whatsoever, because dangerous like bursting, especially busting. I mean, busting is just literally never going to do anything to me because I will never be killing things more than once at a time. Like, it's going to be quite rare that I do actually kill anything Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage now, though. It will be rare that I do actually kill anything. Of course, I could probably do what proccing stuff is. That would be a good idea. But yeah, it would be very rare that I actually kill anything back to back. So yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about that. So yeah, we're already seeing Grievous at its, or what's it called? Quacking at its finest. It's kind of a pain. All right, so yeah, we're already a little bit outpaced here. So we're gonna have to take the precautions that we need here. The trash itself is the most dangerous part of this. So we basically need everything for it. Of course, that is my least favorite part of the whole dungeon, of the whole run. This is gonna be really annoying. This is a dungeon that yeah, I'm not gonna have a ton of fun soloing, I think, because there's such long run backs and we're going to be dying a ton that having to deal with quaking is so frustrating. But anyway, we good on everything? Yeah, let's go. Let's kill the cat first, I guess. I need to proc stuff is on the pull. I've already completely blanked on that. And so it begins, yeah. No, now it ends. Oh, you know what? I know what I did differently last time I tried to solo this. I need to do this as well. Okay, so this is not going well already. I need to have the belt on. The belt needs to be on for sure. We can't do this without a rude weapon anyway. So yeah, I definitely need the belt on. The belt is just going to be too important for survival in here because it gives a leech as well as a very good effect. So I actually have really good shoulders too, so it's not even that big of a trade-off. Decent shoulders. They don't have the right stats, but they're high item level at least. So all right, let's see. I think we're gonna just try Anger Boda. I don't know. This alchemy trinket is up and down, man. It's so strange. It just doesn't seem to want to proc on the pull, and that's all that I'm gonna need it for in here, basically. So all right, so let's go with that setup there. We got a little extra leech. We'll have this back up. Should be able to kill one of these cats. Wait, I'm not attacking the cat anymore. God damn it. Making mistakes like that is going to be the bane of my existence in this run, it seems. This is definitely the hardest part of the whole run, though. If you guys haven't seen me do this before, the hardest part of this is the early trash. This trash is very dangerous, especially when it runs behind you like that. But once we get past these owls up here, we're kind of like moving into areas where things are a lot easier. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, the belt makes survival a lot easier. We really do need the belt. The passive leech from it is pretty important, but of course, having dancing or having vamp blood up more is very useful as well. So, yeah, not too bad. And then, of course, you know, the damage we're gaining from the trinkets is really nice, substantial. The good thing about Anger Boda is it's effectively a defensive benefit too. The alchemy trinket is very good for damage, but it's not like strength is a great stat overall, but it's not the best stat for offense, or it's not the best stat for defense. It really only increases 1 or 2 types of healing, most of which are difficult to maximize during the time it's up. So, or a bit superfluous for some cases, like if it does actually proc on the pull. It's just increasing things that I don't actually need. So Anger Boda will do me better, I think, overall. And if not, we could always switch to a more tank-oriented trinket. But okay, so here's the problem. So we can skip the pack on the right, so we can skip this stuff over here. I hope they haven't changed it for some reason. Hey Sean, what's up, man? So yeah, we can skip the stuff on the right. So the way we did that was killed the skull, killed the boy, and let the man be grown or born or whatever he says. Anyway, so we're killing the skull, and then we're able to get around to the left side. But last time I did this, it was incredibly difficult. So that's why we have Bone Storm right now. Typically I would not run Bone Storm with this, but we're gonna run Bone Storm for these first 2 packs, and then we're gonna run out, switch talents, and come back and do it with you know, the rest what we actually need. Okay, so we definitely need verse food. So let's eat up. Hopefully we don't get a quacking while we're eating. That's the most annoying thing about quacking, honestly. And then we'll wait for Dancing Rune Weapon, and we'll give it a try. Last time I did this with Bone Storm, though, it was pretty comfortable, so we'll hopefully have the same results. Might be a little bit tougher, but you know, it's hard to say because last time I did it on 14, on 15 as well, and you don't really know where 15 is. People are saying it's kind of in between 12 and 13, so this is relatively the same difficulty, but yeah, it's hard to say for sure. And of course, the reason this is so hard is because of this Screech. It's very difficult to actually survive this. As you see already, we're probably gonna thank God for Umbilicus. We basically need to get lucky. Oh no, I know what I also don't have talent-wise. Yeah, that's a problem. I need to go get the Disorient. Fuck. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to kill this. It's gonna be close. Oh, we got Vamp Blood back up. We gotta get Bone Shield though. All we gotta do is kill this one mob, guys, and we're home free. Which it looks like might end up happening. We got a fat Umbilicus, but it's ripping. We're getting it ripped through us. We do have that up. All right, good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We could probably kill these 2 if we wanted to, but we don't really care. So just go ahead and die. And that is that. We killed the mob we needed to. So let's go ahead and switch talents now before I forget. So we do need the Tremble Before Me talent as well. That is very important. I forgot all about that. So let's go ahead and get that talent too. We'll just switch to Blood Mirror now. Oh, on CD. Luckily, not for much longer. Okay, we got that, and we need Tremble Before Me. We definitely do not need March of the Damned. Completely useless when you're soloing, as we're going to be going at a pretty slow pace. Okay, so now we should officially be ready for this. Hopefully everything will go well from here. This is, like I said, the hardest part. These first 2 packs are the hardest part. I spend more time here than I do most other places in the dungeon. There might be a couple other problems that come up, but like I said, bursting effectively should not have any impact on this run, and quacking only really serves to complicate the run backs, unfortunately for me. So Dollar, what's up, man? Big fan of US currency. How you doing?
So says the shadow of Xavius.
The bears are another problem. I think last time what we did was we just oh well, I'm definitely not gonna how did we deal with this last time? That's gonna aggro shit, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so what we need to do is take care of the casters first, which is going to be relatively difficult. Ideally, we won't die here. I'm trying not to waste food buff constantly, but yeah. Good, thanks. Good. All right, so yeah, let's not make that mistake again. We need to pull the casters. We have to get the casters out of the way. Oh, of course, another food buff wasted. Another 100 gold lost. Okay, yeah, so we need to pull the casters first, grip them out of there, kill them back here, and then get the bear so we could fight him there without having to move around constantly. I think that's what we ended up doing. Can't remember. I really should have like actually watched my my VOD. This is gonna take a while now. Maybe we can get the bear out of there. I think if he walks by these mobs, so they're gonna die, right? Reckon you'll finish this before you've had enough? Wait, what? You guys know I've already done this, right? I already soloed Darkheart Thicket. I did it on 15. Last tier, last patch, so. This is the first attempt of any soloing this patch, but yeah, I don't really see why it would be that much different. Alright, we're good there. That works fine. That's shadow damage, so I can AMS that if I need to. Let's grip that mob to get a Cephas proc. But yeah, this will take like probably 3+ hours. And then whatever we get afterwards, if it's not a good key, I intend to change the key to on stream. So that's the plan for today. Solo this, probably gonna take 3-4 hours, and if we have time, of course, do the whatever dungeon we end up with. Good thing about these mobs is you get really big umbilicuses and consumptions, thanks to all the fodder that's kind of just roaming around, not really doing anything to us. Kind of just walking around. Let's go ahead and AMS that, make sure. And now we're going to get a really fat umbilicus after this. Oh, what's happening? Metro, I love you. I got macroeconomics in 2 hours. Nice, dude. Good luck. A test, or? Oh, yeah. It's just started. Education's just started, right? Why am I stuck on things? The good thing about this talent, obviously, is it procs, yeah, it can proc Cephas for me, so that's pretty nice. Thank you for igniting my love of retail again. Hey, man, I'm happy to have that. What, where you at? It's taking you a while to level, what'd you say? Just class? Cool, good shit. Yeah, it's like week 2 of class, right? So you probably don't have any exams yet. Yeah, with that type of umbilicus, we don't even need a CD for the bears. 104, nice, good shit, man. Well, if you need anything, let me know. Alright, now we're capable of just walking by. See, our damage is much higher. Like, I'd be interested to see where my damage was last time. I haven't played in 3 days. Cool, cool, cool. Relatively difficult pack because of the AoE shit that they do. Try to interrupt that if we can. That's it there. Star Shower. We were able to stun it, but that's it. We won't be able to prevent the other guys. Yeah, we'll just AMS preemptively. Make sure we don't get overrun by it. Been playing online Pokemon TCG. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know there even was one. What, how's that work? Do you have to buy cards and shit? I don't know. I've never even played the Pokemon TCG, so I don't know why I'm even asking. I'm not going to be. I tried the Magic Online thing a while ago, but... It's free? Or you get all the cards and shit? That's cool. Is it like made by Nintendo? Or by like whoever makes Game Freak, I guess? Got a little bit behind there. Almost had a close call. I've been collecting cards since I was 4, then stopped at 14. Never learned. Yeah, same. That's what I'm saying. I have a ton of cards still in my house, but I never actually learned how to play the game properly. I love Pokemon though, man. Pokemon's like, man, I should use this extra time. So anyway, if you guys are wondering why I'm streaming on a Thursday, it's because I was very, very ill this week. And I was so ill that, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, yeah, I got to get better by Thursday. I got to go to work. And when I talked to the like people in charge at the office, they're like, oh, no. If you're that ill, you can't come to work. And I was like, no, I'm fine now. It's no big deal. And they're like, no. You can't bring that type of sickness to a dental office. Like, you can't do it. I was like, oh, okay. I guess you're right. It's a good point. So I just got told I'm not needed today, essentially, even though I'm perfectly physical. Like, it would have been a relatively rough day, but I'm definitely physically fit enough to have work today, so whatever, man. I'll take it. Extra day for streaming. Pokemon, World of Warcraft, and RuneScape. Yeah, that's good shit. I never played RuneScape, but the other two I've played a lot of. Have you ever checked out the fan games? Did we talk about this? Well, at least you got work off. Yeah, exactly. I don't get money, unfortunately, but yeah, that's fine. I'd rather stream anyway. I want to. Yeah, you definitely should, man. They're why I love Pokemon, honestly. Do you see yourself taking off as a full-time streamer? No, definitely not a full-time streamer, but I have like plans in the work to make like the online career my full time at some point. But as of right now, the dental office, it provides an interesting reset too. Like even though I really could use the time, like you know, I could definitely get a lot more out of it if I just put my shoulder down and you know made videos or streamed on the 2 days I would normally work. It's kind of nice just getting out of the house. Like it's kind of odd to say, but like when I just don't work, I don't actually go anywhere. So it's kind of nice just having like those 2 days a week where it's like these are the days where I go be a real human being, you know? I don't know. I've done Nuzlocke runs a bunch, but that's the closest thing. Yeah, so that's the good thing about these fan games is like they're hard enough that you don't need to challenge yourself. Like, you know, the fact that the vanilla games are so easy, yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate thing. But these games are made, and that's what I was working on when I was working on my fan game, which at this point may never get finished. But when I was working on my fan game, the goal was to make it as hard as possible. Like, you know, make it a very challenging Pokemon experience. I know the feels of that. Work is like the social part of it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like this week has been very strange because I've been ill and I have not been out of the house for a full week now, and I feel kind of weird. Like I just don't know. I don't feel healthy basically. I should be killing the cats though. See, the cats are very scary because they put this bleed on you, and if that gets out of control, which is why I wiped on that first pack, then yeah, you're done. You never come back from that. Anger Boda does. Ugh, I fucking hate this effect. Anger Boda does smooth a lot of edges, though, no doubt. And it is, of course, a very nice DPS option. Oh my god. What the fuck? So much damage out of nowhere. It's the jump, you know? They do so much damage with it. Let's make sure we kill this. You going to bother with the... Nah, I don't care about mounts, honestly. It looks cool, though. It would have been cool. That's something that I would have loved to figure out myself, but like finding a guide on how to do something like that is just a bit counterproductive, so. It would have been cool to, like, if, I don't know, like if I had, for some reason, nothing else to do in the game at the time. It just comes out at a shitty time. It is quite funny, though. It's like progression for those people. Me and Sai were talking about this. They're like, people who figured that stuff out, man, they're like literally doing nothing but trying to figure that out. It's kind of like progression rating for them. Like, that's the pinnacle of the game for them. They spend hours upon hours over a few days trying to figure out how to get that mount, which is pretty nuts. And then, unfortunately, like, all their information is disseminated a billion times. It was so funny. When it was finally figured out, there had to be, like, 40 videos on it. Literally everybody made a video on it. I would never, like, that is just so, I don't know, man. I can't do shit like that. That's how I feel about class. At least I gotta get out of the house, yeah. Alright, we'll wait for these to extend, and we don't want to take any risks here. This is a very dangerous pack coming up. We are going to try to kill it once, and if we die, we'll just invis. Ideally, we would kill it, so we don't lose the potion CD, but it's a bit risky. With the Ruiner is the caster. I enjoy the puzzles. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would too. But yeah, like watching somebody else teach you how to do it is kind of a liberty, as Harry would say. Bit of a liberty. It would be really cool to, like, I don't know, if there was like a way that you could kind of like not get, I don't know, not get spoiled on it, but still like kind of get guided towards it. I don't know. That would be my ideal situation for it, but it doesn't matter. I don't care about mounts. The only mounts I ever care about are ones that I would actually want to ride, and that one does not look very good. Last bear did like 1 million hits on you and almost killed you a couple times. Did it? I don't know about that. I felt the last time I fought like the bears just now, it was relatively simple. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very dangerous pack. Don't forget, just because my health is low doesn't mean it's almost killing me. Almost killing me means my health is low after using all my CDs. That would be the only time I would be in severe danger. Like, as you see here, I have enough disruption and enough self-healing that regular mobs that get me low are no threat. Like, right now I was at half health, but now I'm back at 75 to 79%, you know? With one global, so. Just because my health goes low doesn't mean I'm actually ever in danger. It's just like, you'll see it, I'll start like panicking, like, I'll start doing really dumb things with my character. Trying to like get some distance between me and the mob or something like that, which never works. But if we can kill one, we're in good shape, basically. We found that out last time. Let's just go ahead and kill these. I wouldn't mind just not taking the risk. Now we could try to kill the bears. Like I said, we were unable to do it on 15. It was very difficult. It was probably possible, but it was just not worth it. So we ended up invis potting. Oh yeah, one of these, the owls. Oh man, we actually interrupted too, but it just didn't. It went off like after it somehow. That's strange. But yeah, this will probably be a skip. Probably end up making a skip out of this. But typically on trash, we count a lot on Umbilicus. Really carries us in dungeons, and I still don't have the chest. If I had the chest, I think we would be laughing, as Harry would say. The amount of Umbilicus I would get in here would make this a lot easier. Hey Metro, I've been using the Heartbreaker talent in Mythic Plus, and I'm having good success with it because of the runic power. Nah, it's just, yeah, it seems like it's good, but it's not. It doesn't generate enough to be worth it. It generates so little, they nerfed the fuck out of it. It used to be 5 extra, I think. Now it's 2 extra. Yeah, it's just terrible, man. It's not worth using. Blood Drinker is your single best DPS ability. You really should have it for all cases. I could see, like I could sort of understand like teaming fortified weeks maybe. That'd be the only week I think Heartbreaker would be worth it. But like, it's just not enough. 2 extra. It's just so silly. They really fucked it. All right, so let's give this a try here. Dying relatively quick, but so am I. Let's go ahead and AMS early. We have Vamp Blood back up, so we're gonna have a very nice shield coming. The difference between last time, man, a lot of people are getting legendaries. I think they upped the chance, like overall, man. It really does feel that way. I think they nerfed the emissary cache, but they buffed the chance overall to make up for it because I've seen a lot of people get legendaries recently. Anyway. Not worry about that. Let's go ahead and use that there, and we could heal the full with that. But yeah, the difference between this time and the last time I tried this is my damage. I do a lot more damage now. Like I've probably doubled my DPS since last time. Fucking gotta grats himself. Okay, that's gonna suck. But yeah, we're just not really in danger right now. Of course, this is the problem when they kind of like hang back there and I can't keep killing them. We do have AMS for the next absorb thing. So, and we have Vamp Blood. So yeah, I think we're in good shape here. Let's go ahead and use it now. Yeah, relatively low danger right now. But it always sneaks up on you. Let's just pop, make sure we can finish it. And we're at the point now where danger might come. We have nothing up. But we killed the mob, so that's that. Alright, good. Much easier than last time we tried this. I do think 12 is just easier than 15, but also okay, I'm dead. But also I do think I've gained a lot of damage, so What were people doing when they got the legendaries? Like all raiding. We got like 4 people who got legendaries during raiding. That's the big difference. Like, I don't know. I really felt like emissary caches were like giving way too much bad luck protection. And now I feel like it's back to being like raiding is the best way. I don't really know. People are talking about, since the emissary caches don't seem to drop gear like very frequently anymore. People are saying that that means you don't get bad luck protection. Like, but I don't know if that's true. Like, I'm not actually sure if that's true. But it might be. I'm not really sure. So we'll just kill it. 1v1 should have no problems. This is the easier one as well of the two bears. Nah, I'm just kidding. That'd be cool, huh? Sai was talking about that. It's like an idea where if you kill like another of the same creature, it affects other creatures of the same type. He was talking about it out in the world, but I thought it would have been a way cooler idea for an affix. Like for every bear you kill, the rest of the bears have some effect. Like, I don't know, maybe they get weaker or stronger. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I don't know. Think about it, right? Like, if you, okay, come on. If you killed like hundreds of bears, eventually the other bears would be noticing that, right? And they would be affected by it in some way, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think that would be a cool idea, actually. Another thing about the whole bad luck protection conversation is it does seem like you definitely can get legendaries from pretty much everything out in Argus. So that could be another reason why this is just triggering a false positive, because everybody's just getting a flood of bad luck protection from all the Argus content. But I don't know about that. I did get a legendary on my shaman from the lesser rift stones, or rift stone, what the fuck? The lesser invasion points. I don't know why the hell I just said that. The lesser invasion points. I did get one from the final guy, the commander, in one of those. So that means you definitely can get them from that. But I think you can get them from pretty much all content. Any rare can drop it, I assume. Might work similarly, but I think it might give a little bit more. Those invasions. One way or the other, I really like them. I think they're one of the coolest content that the game's ever included. The main reason I like them so much is because they're so diverse. Like the planets, like the weird areas that we go to is so neat. Let's go ahead and eat. Now this is the first real test of the dungeon. A very difficult fight. I'd say the hardest boss in here. Once again, is the same mechanics as the cats that we encountered earlier in the dungeon. He's going to put a massive bleed on us. And if we do not get it off immediately, we are done. It's over. Ripperino us. But yes, again, we have substantial DPS. We are going to switch to pure single target situation for trinkets. And we are going to switch to a more appropriate setup for dealing and healing. Dealing and healing, I like that. Kind of just came up with that by accident. I meant to say dealing damage and healing up damage, but I just kind of combined them.
I can smell the nightmare in your blood. Be gone from these woods or suffer nature's wrath.
Alright, and we have lust, so we'll use that for show.
Defilers. So it is you who have befouled these woods with the nightmare.
Yeah, sorry, buddy, it was me. Wait, no, it wasn't. Or was it me? It could have been me. I'm a Death Knight after all. We actually got hit by that, and it barely did anything. That's interesting. So we'll see. Like I said, once again, the affixes don't really complicate any fights. Oh, but yeah, we do have the bleed on us. Oh, man, that's doing a lot of damage. Whew. It's still not off of us, but we have Vamp Blood up. Really got to pay attention to this bleed. Although we did just avoid a second one there, so it wasn't actually the end of the world. I knew we were going to be able to survive it. I just needed to get the runic power needed. Yeah, the trinket procs, so that's good. That will help out a lot, actually, getting this bleed off. And of course, dealing damage to the boss never hurts. So yeah, if you guys haven't gotten the alchemy trinket yet for 5-mans, I would go ahead and do it. Especially if it's a character that you're like, you know, like alts and shit. Because the less, you know, if you're not super tied to professions, there's really no reason not to do it. It's like easy as hell to make, and it's really huge. Like I think it's got to be the best trinket for 5-mans. I don't think there will be a better trinket for 5-mans this expansion, unless like another crazy trinket comes out. But the thing about it is it's just so much stats. Mythics are a joke with the chest and ring combo. Nice. Yeah, I've yet to get the chest. But yeah, I would assume so. I mean, they're already a joke, right? So, as a DK, you should fear very little in this game, which is one of my favorite things about them. Of course, I might fear my own health pool here. Vamp Blood comes up at just the right time, luckily, and saves the day. Sort of close to saving the day. There we go. Saves the day. Definitely the hardest boss. And we're not out. We got a long time before he's over. So, man, why do I keep getting hit by that? That's definitely not what we want.
I will bleed the nightmare from you.
That wasn't enough to heal it? Uh-oh. Oh, got it. There we go. Gotta stay ahead of the ads too. If they drop too much of this corruption, it makes it very difficult to actually do the fight, but luckily it's not a problem right now. Whoa, what the hell was that? He like took a very weird route. So DK is the new old school mage. WoW easy mode? No, not quite. Mage is like classic mage was way more broken. But yeah, DK is the new modern day DK essentially. DK has been like this pretty much since Cataclysm. Ever since they like implemented the full healing model of the tank spec, which was Kata, it's incredibly strong. It just kind of breaks the rules of the game because typically you need healers for these things, right? But when you could heal yourself more than a healer could heal you, you don't need a healer. So you just have to play right and everything is all set basically. The reason Mage was so overpowered though was not because of any of that. It was just because things did not work properly in Classic. You were able to like kite things that, yeah, you shouldn't have ever been able to kill.
I am the vessel of nature's fury.
Pounce on us. We got Vamp Blood up for it though, so we should be out of the woodwork there. I missed my 200% mastery in Kata. Oh damn. Yeah, I did not play DK until Mop. So, what is the most fun you think? Oh, definitely the new blood, 100%. I hated Wrath. Wrath was my least favorite expansion for pretty much every reason. There's almost nothing I liked about Wrath. I tried going on that Northcraft server and boy was that a waste of time. Yeah, we're pretty far behind on these ads at this point. It's kind of getting a bit to be a pain. Problem is we keep getting knocked farther and farther away. That's the reason the ads aren't dying. Doesn't matter. We're actually doing quite well on the boss's HP, so let's go ahead and use that there. Hopefully heal up quickly. Did not get the bleed off, but that did. Very good. Just really need to pay attention to this, guys. I'll read the chat after. Can't afford this bleed getting out of control.
Be purged.
Vamp Blood anyway. Okay, let's use it. My God, this is starting to get really crazy.
I will bleed the nightmare from you.
Okay, we should be good. Got Rune Weapon coming up in 6, so at the very least, we have a get out of jail free card with that. Let's just use it.
I am nature's fury incarnate.
I guess if you line of sight it, he just won't charge at all. Is that what happened there? Or did he hit the rock? He might have hit the rock. All right. Agree. Wrath was fun questing and leveling, but then it sucked. Yeah. Northcraft fucking sucked. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Doesn't the Alk Trinket just give you primary stats? That's correct. Let's switch back to a more focused on AoE situation.
When you open your mouth again, it will be to cry for mercy.
Okay, very good. From here on, we're in good shape for quite a while. There should be nothing that really challenges us. At least that's what my expectation is. Probably going to be foolish to say that out loud. Typically, these packs are pretty easy, though. They have a lot of mechanics, and they take a long time to kill, but they don't. And basically anything that I can get value out of AMS and multi-target healing on kind of is easy for Blood DK. That's the best thing about Blood, really. It's yeah, relatively easy to keep yourself at high health when you're fighting multiple mobs. A little bit harder on single targets. People don't seem to understand that. A lot of people think it'd be the other way around, but it's not. Just because the extra healing from Blood Plague usually outweighs the melees that you're doing, and then the extra from like Umbilicus is what really counts. Really gets out of control. Because the mobs don't do that much more, you know? Anyway. Well, I'm off to work. See you, Metro. Alright, cool. Yeah, it'll probably be a... Well, no, you won't be. It's not going to take that long unless you're only working for like 3 hours. It'll take about 3 hours, probably. And we're about already a half hour into it, so... Depends if I one-shot all the bosses, basically. That's the thing that should take the longest. At this point, I should not unexpectedly die to anything else. I should know exactly how to deal with everything else. I know Darkheart and Jazarian very well. They're going to be very easy fights, but I may make a mistake. So if I do, it could add some time, but otherwise, I'm gonna watch at work. Oh, cool. Good shit, man. Thanks for being such a big patron of the stream. Well, now it's just a matter of time, Phil. This would be when a rotation bot would come in handy. It's kind of just boring to just sit here and chip away at these mobs. So out of the gate, this feels even a little bit easier than the 14, trash-wise. But of course, it's hard to remember. I really need to take a look at the VOD. But yeah, it doesn't feel like... I really feel like 12 is just... It honestly doesn't feel any harder than 12 from last expansion. Or last patch, I mean. But it definitely is. Like, you can tell, like, once you start doing, like, 15s, you really feel the difference there. Like, that's a hard key again. Although, I don't know. It might just be, like... It might just be because everybody... I don't know. It might just be the inexperience of people doing it. And we can grip that there. And face her with her back to the wall there, so we hopefully don't get her to run in the wrong direction. If she runs that direction, obviously she's not going anywhere. But at the worst, we can just grip if we have to. Sometimes it's a bit dangerous, though. If she runs that direction, could accidentally aggro the mob if you don't grip immediately. Seems like she always goes directly behind her, though, so... In general, it's easy to mitigate. And we're just grabbing her because we have no way to CC it. Typically, you would CC it. I like to grip it anyway. It's kind of like a... It kind of impresses the group, I'd say. It's relatively impressive to see somebody grip with that that level of preparation, so... what is your item level? Currently 936, but I'll be changing gear a lot in this, so... It's going to fluctuate between 935 and 937, essentially. Alright. And now we can skip that back. Same deal with her. We want to try to mitigate the fact that she may end up complicating the room. So we'll have her face that way. Make sure we don't aggro that pack, which can happen if we get knocked back a little bit too far. Kind of get complacent. These root knockbacks do knock you back only a few yards, but if it happens 3 or 4 times in a row without me repositioning, then it may end up me pulling the mobs. That's nice. I agree. I agree. See, like that. We're already getting a little bit too close to those mobs. Oh, that was lucky. She got feared as soon as she went to run, so she just like kind of like Velcro gripped back, rubber banded back. That was kind of bizarre looking. As you see here, just a fat umbilicus, just from 3 mobs. They basically can't make it expire. It basically has to expire because the 3 mobs just won't break through a shield that large. Not of this damage type anyway. Like sometimes you'll get like some really high magic damage that will kind of force your hand a bit, but in general, especially in this dungeon, there's nothing that should challenge you trash-wise. I would say that would go for most tanks. I think like anybody, you know, like I think the best option is Vengeance still, but Death Knight and Paladin could definitely do some soloing, and potentially even Druid and Monk. You know, it just depends on how geared they are and how dedicated they are to doing it, but I would say this is a great starter dungeon. The main challenges of the dungeon all are mitigated by having only 1 person. A lot of the hardest parts of all of this dungeon are made much easier when you're alone, actually. Like basically the last 3 bosses are all very easy alone. Their main challenge is not here, basically, and that being other players. Especially Drazarian. Drazarian's like the easiest boss in the game. I could probably kill that boss without even having to use a single healing ability. Like if I just kept Blood Plague up, that would probably be all I would ever need. Just Blood Plague and auto attacks. That would be enough to survive his melees. It's a very rhythmical combination of mechanics, so easy to deal with. Alright, next pack, relatively challenging. Larger pack, and a lot of our damage will be wasted, so we have to make sure we make good use of it. But once again, if we do die to trash, as long as we kill 1 mob, it now becomes easier. And that's the best thing about bursting. There's almost no penalty to dying, and we certainly won't be ever accidentally killing things too fast. It may happen on the slimes, and if it does, I do have AMS for that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that and make sure we keep it in our focus. And we'll use Blood Mirror there just to make sure. Popping the mushrooms with Blood Mirror up is a nice little DPS increase. But yeah, while the root, the blossoms are alive, while the keepers are alive, the blossoms are getting healed effectively. So yeah, you can't really do much with that. You're just gonna have to kill the keepers first. Yeah, I mean, as you see, the blossom guys are 100% health, and I'm doing over 2 million DPS. So yeah, unfortunately, it would be impossible to kill them, which would be the ideal situation here. They complicate things far more than the keepers, and they're much quicker. They would die much quicker than the keepers, but luckily we're in no real danger, so we're not concerned. If be in some danger there, we'll use Icebound Fortitude. And the danger has passed. Vamp Blood returns. Vamp Blood is the reason this is easy. Red Thirst talent and the belt especially help it. But even if you only use the ability every time it was up every 1.5 minutes, you'd probably still get enough value out of it to make these packs easy. Vamp Blood is simply the best CD in the game for any tank, I'd say. What do you think about Argus? Yes, I have a lot of world questing and a lot of, you know, all the story stuff. I am absolutely in love with it. It's amazing. It's very well done. This patch is my favorite patch ever. Just all the catch-up stuff, man. Like the crafting gear, the story. Like I'm usually not somebody who's interested in story, guys. Let's put this out there. Like up until I started streaming, I basically never played with sound on ever. Like the entire game I would go without sound on. And it was always kind of silly, like, you know, we'd be in raid and everybody would be like, "Oh my god, did you see that cinematic?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I just skipped it." "Oh my god, did you hear what they were talking with Sylvanas or when they were talking about Sylvanas? That was nuts." "Nah, I don't play with sound on. Didn't read the dialogue." You know, like, but like, yeah, I've really gotten into it, and this patch has been fucking spectacular for it. It's really nuts. What the heck? Soloing a dungeon. Hey, Piano, what's up, man? Soloing plus 12. Trying it out. I feel like 12 is a little bit easier than 15 in the past, so that's why we're starting here. I will probably move on to 13. So the goal for today is to get this done and get a new key. But regardless, the cool part about this is I'm still getting the maximum gear rewards, which is awesome. There's people out there who struggle to complete 10s, you know. Although at this point, you gotta be pretty bad if you're struggling to complete a 10. But hey, Andy, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Same, to be honest. Remember how my guild was talking about how? Yeah, exactly. I never played with sound on. Ugh, so boring to just like this is like the worst part of these runs. Just sit here like trivially, like in no danger, no mental activity required to kill these last 2 flowers. Not a story guy either, but I like Argus as his own. Yeah, me too. I love it. The second whatever, like the Antoran Waste, not my favorite, but once you get used to the layout of it, it's actually quite ingenious how they made it. They really made a lot of. Yeah, they really put a lot of space into one small little area. It's really well done. Yeah, it's just dangerous, really. That's the problem. That's the one complaint I would have about Argus, is it's exceedingly dangerous. But I guess that's the point. I don't know. I assume they did it on purpose. And they give us all these abilities, like, you know, the Vindicar Matrix Crystal ability, which is pretty useful. Can I target this? It's not easy if you solo as me. Well, yeah, that's what I just said. Wait, did I say easy? I meant to say hard. I said it's exceedingly difficult is what I meant to say. But yeah, as somebody who plays alone exclusively as well, I am with you there. Can you not make another recount or whatever? Yeah, I don't know. People ask me that all the time, but I just don't. I don't see any reason that you would need that. I'm doing 100% of the healing in this dungeon. I'm alone, so the only thing that would really be important to see is damage, because it's important to see how fast I'm actually killing these things. The only time I ever really use recount is, or whatever, SCADA, is to compare myself to others though, so in a solo situation I don't even really need to see my damage because I'm the only one here. The mob is going to die, just a matter of time, and same with healing. I will heal myself to full or I will die, so I don't really have any reason to see how much healing I'm doing or how much healing anyone's doing. 5-mans I could relatively understand, but once again, there's only 2 people who are actually healing, so you would just be comparing me to the actual healer. It might be something worth considering in the future. I don't actually know how to do it, so I'll have to look into it. Very boring. Those flowers are... Wish they could just die after we kill like the main mob. I wish they would just go away. I wonder if Cobb would be able to build a large fan base. Yeah, my god, dude, how nuts is that? It's got like 400 people watching him. It's ridiculous. I don't really know why, to be honest. Surely the old fans would get bored, but there's always people that have never seen it. The weird part about that is, and nothing against Cobb, but he's like attracting like the noobest of the noobs. The noobiest of the noobs, I guess. Very interesting. Like, man, I went on there. I like, you know, I saw that he had like 500 people watching him. I was like, oh my god, I went to talk to Sai about it. And he was like, yeah, all this. So then I hopped on there. And I was like, hey, Cobb, what's up, man? And he's like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm glad that you're here. There's a person in the chat asking about how they have Holy Paladin, questions about Holy Paladin. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. What's the question? And they're like, well, I'm having a lot of trouble with my mana. I'm wondering if it ever gets any better. I'm feeling mana starved. That's what it is. I'm feeling very mana starved. I'm wondering if it ever gets any better. And I was like, well, hopefully you realize, like, the spell mana cost doesn't change no matter what. Like, there's no more mana regen gear in the game. The only thing that matters is spell selection. So if you're feeling mana starved, it's because you're not doing very well with spell selection. And they're like, oh, really? It never changes? It never gets any better? And I was like, well, it'll get slightly better the more, like, intellect you get and stats you get, because you'll heal for more. But, like, as you're getting more stats, everybody's getting more health, so it doesn't really change anything. Like, it's a net 0. And they're like, wow, really? I can't remember what they said. They're like, well, I would hope it would have gotten better. I'm only level 27. I was like, what? Why are you fucking worried about this at level 27 then? It's just so strange. Yeah, I like having a fan base, but I don't know, man. People, a high number of people like that, it would be difficult to communicate with them. Like at level 27, you probably don't even have, like, you probably only have 2 heals. You probably only have Flashlight and Holy Light, right? I don't even know what you would have, honestly. I really don't. You probably wouldn't even have Holy Shock. Like, I'm not even sure when you get these spells. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, I don't know, man. I really hope that next expansion does something with leveling, though. It's like just sitting here thinking about like Hop doing that makes me want to level. It's kind of weird. But there's just nothing competitive about it. It's not worth, like, I don't feel like it's worth me putting time into. I'd have to like force competition into it, like try to make things that would be interesting to watch, like the naked leveling challenge and stuff. And it's fun to do, but it's just not that fun to watch, honestly. Sounds like guy was newbie. Oh no, yeah, I mean that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, those are the kind of people that are watching his stream. Quality over quantity when it comes to a fan base. I agree with that, Brady, for sure. I would not, like, you know, he's already getting to the point where I wouldn't want to be. When I had like 250 watching the style race or whatever, it was getting a bit silly. Like, it was getting a bit difficult to actually reply to everybody. I remember that first day where we got up, we had 550. And I literally couldn't even play the game. I had to just sit there and read chat the whole time. So, yeah, like over 200 is where things start to get a bit ridiculous. If I, like, you know, if I was like soda popping level where you had like thousands and people just, the only way you could even remotely get in touch with them is to donate. It's just silly. Like, that's just so silly. I hate that. But of course it turns into a career at that point, so I don't know, man. I thought about PvP pep battle 1, PvP pep battle 1 to 110. Holy shit, that might be fucking the worst thing ever, dude. Well, you got a crazy idea right there, man. I would never fucking do that. They should at least have world crests around the whole world. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I'm lucky if I get 10. Oh, viewers? Yeah, well. Now's the time, man. YouTube's doing some crazy shit, apparently. Ideally, we won't fight both of these. Just don't want to risk it. It's a bit dangerous. Getting feared would be a pretty big problem, I think. Even though it probably wouldn't kill us. So yeah, like I said, the previous boss is challenging. And now we have like a pretty long stretch where we won't be challenged again for a while. So we will be dying on purpose. After we kill the Darkheart boss, we will be dying on purpose a couple times to, yeah, basically make it so we don't have to fight a bunch of shit that we don't want to fight. But other than that, yeah, we're pretty much done here. This is gonna be easy from here on out. Last boss will be the real challenge. We'll probably invis the last pack. I could kill it, but it will more than certainly result in at least one wipe. So, Atherin, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Glad you guys are funneling in. I guess Twitch kind of tried to help small streamers by giving practically everyone a sub button. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sub button is cool. It means you're, so like that's the difference. Like, if I was serious about Twitch, I would probably earn more money from it than I would on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't really have like all of this, I don't know, it doesn't have this like weird social feature where like everybody wants to donate. Like, I don't know. It doesn't have any type of money integration, basically. You're just talking about ads, and of course ad block is the same problem, right? But it's not about that. Like, I don't really care about that. I just want to have fucking people to talk to. And yeah, on Twitch that doesn't happen. Like, it's kind of, how many people we got right now? 5 on Twitch. So yeah, I mean, don't know. It's kind of an unfortunate thing. Like, I would rather make no money and have 100 people to talk to than make $5 a stream and have 5 people to talk to. It's just boring. I wouldn't be able to stream. Like, it would be really difficult to stream to nobody, you know. But yeah, like the sub thing is really, it's nice. It doesn't help them get views though. Donating is such a weird concept. Yeah, it's like the cheer thing and all this. Like, I just don't like all that, man. I really don't. Makes me like less and less interested in Twitch the more I see all these things. Been a while. Started school now, so fuck me. Ah, yeah, school. Holy damn, dude, what's your eye level? This must be boring also. Kind of. It is kind of boring, unfortunately. It's fun to get it done, but yeah, I'm about 939 at max. I stream on YouTube because that's where my audience is. Nobody follows my Twitch. Yeah, it's same. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could do it. I could push Twitch, but hey, holy cats, what's up, man? What's up, man? Alright, let's rock. We didn't change legendaries. Actually, we shouldn't change legendaries. We found that out. We need Vamp Blood up as much as possible for this one. I should have changed trinkets though, for sure. So the only dangerous part of this whole fight is the grip. And we need to make sure we soak these ads. So we will do that by standing in them. We stand in them, and we don't actually need to... We can root, or we can break a root if we need to. We don't actually need to worry about it. So let's go ahead and use that there. Just get it on CD. I got my DK up to 897 in 2 days with no legendaries. Oh, yeah, you're playing blood, yeah. It's pretty strong, man. That's like, around like 880 is where you start getting like enough haste to actually be able to be doing well. And that's when things start, yeah. Once you start getting like good haste. What's your haste at, do you know? Once you start getting like 25% haste, that's when the character really starts becoming overpowered. It's pretty strong. Even if you had 0 haste, it would still be strong. But it's just like the amount of Vamp Bloods you could pump out with high haste just gets a bit ridiculous. Can you do this on Tyrannical? No, probably not. I've yet to try on Tyrannical, but I don't think I would be able to, honestly. We could also stun these for Cephas proc, which we need to be doing. I keep forgetting. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. You could stun them and they don't become a root? Is that right? So this is nature damage. A lot of people don't know that. It actually AMS it. Can I grip it? No. Oh, it's... Oh, wait. No, it's still spawned an ad. Fuck. Well, that's not actually that big of a deal. Yeah, there's a couple set of fixes that I don't think I'd be able to do this on. This is a great week for it, so I'm going to try to do multiple attempts at soloing this week if I can. I definitely plan on finishing this one way or the other. And like I said, I'm probably going to go up to 13 if we can get it like a Hall's Key. Hall's Court, these are ones I know I can do. I wouldn't mind trying something else, but I don't know what else I could do at this point. We'd have to take it on like a case-by-case basis. The last boss in Ma is very difficult alone. Very difficult alone. I don't think I could do the last boss in Ma, unfortunately. Only 16%. Yeah, well then you're kind of like 897 with 16% haste. You might as well be like 850. That's the one thing that does really suck about Blood. You really need to focus on getting as much haste as possible early, because without it, you're basically not strong. Like, you're not overpowered unless you have high haste. For 5-mans at least. For raids, it's important too, but versatility becomes just as important. Actually, so gnarly to watch this. So tight, the smallest slip would suck, yeah. Trying to balance it. Trying to keep, you know, focus on the boss and stream at the same time, but it's difficult.
I think I have a crush on you.
I'm really fucking up with these ads. This is a big problem. So the main reason this should be easy is because I can make it so there's never ads on the fight, but it's not happening because I'm playing very poorly. I'm not paying attention, basically. The ads don't serve as a massive complication, but if there's 3 of them out like there are now, they do... Yeah, they build up damage. They do give some umbilicus, though, I guess. I should have watermarked the level weak ore. Holy shit, yeah, man. That thing's getting passed around.
Beware.
It's reaching a large audience, let's put it that way. I could have just... I need to start stunning it. I forgot about that. I might die here. AMS, save me.
I think I have a crush on you. Beware.
It's gonna be tight. Oh, very good. Consumption right as that happens. Perfect. And now we're back to full. It's very good. Okay, we really need to start breaking these. Fuck, man. It's starting to get a bit silly. But we do have a blood mirror for the next grip. Might need to use it now.
Beware.
Okay, we got Vamp Blood up. Well, let's use it. Can't really afford to... Alright, we're good. Alright, use it there. Easily survive. Taint of the Sea, too strong to solo last boss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know about Taint of the Sea. The problem is I wouldn't be able to kill the... The problem I've had in the past with soloing that dungeon is the tentacles don't die fast enough. Like, you need to be able to stay ahead on the tentacles, and if you can't, then they don't fucking die, you know? Like, they just keep spawning. Like, last time I tried to solo that, there was just like 6 tentacles up. Oh, it's close. Just like 6 tentacles up, and I couldn't actually kill them enough. Like, once that second destructor tentacle comes up, you're done, because it's just gonna start smacking you. Start like hitting the whole ship or whatever. You running Blood Drinker? Absolutely.
Beware.
The only real option. Unfortunately, but fortunately, it's a very strong ability. Take the Cephas proc. I don't know. Seems like a trade-off, but it's fine. It's good for when we have CDs. Oh, we didn't lust either. I always forget to lust. I only did 1 boss with lust up. Got AMS for this one, as well as a sizable physical absorb coming out of it. I'm trying to level, but it's just so boring for the 4th time. Yeah, I feel you. That's why I'm saying, like, if they add... Oh, that was stupid.
Beware.
If they actually added, like, some type of competitive challenge to leveling, it would be a lot more engaging. Oh, shit. That root didn't... Fuck. What I needed to happen there was that root... Fuck, this is really bad. You think Demon Hunter? Oh, Demon Hunter is definitely better, yes.
Beware.
They do a lot more damage. Damn, Pop's chat is really something. I'll read this after we kill this. Oh my god, I'm dead. Woo! Don't die. Oh my god, so close. You guys are getting me killed, Piano. Come on. Don't chat until I'm done. 950? What? Fuck you, dude. God damn. That's so lucky, man. What the fuck? Yeah, let me know how much. What's the upper end on that? Like, what is the damage? What's it say on it? How much haste do you have? I've actually have 40% in my like full haste build. Just like 937 or something. I die here. I don't have anything up for this next one. Why does this always happen at the end? I don't understand.
Beware. We get to the root of the problem. I told you.
That's almost exactly what happened last time. Like the last 3% of the fight is the most dangerous for some reason. And nothing changes. Anyway, let's see. Someone said they get to 110 in 3 hours. Bet you use heirloom scrub. Maybe that's why it takes you 3 hours. What the fuck? Yeah, there's a lot of news, man. Hey, Metro, just got here. Don't know if you already spoke about this, about build trinkets. Yeah, sure. There's not really much to talk about talent-wise. You can take a look. I'm using Tremble Before Me. It's actually very good for soloing. That's about it. Everything else is standard. And trinkets, I'm just using these for AoE. Terrorbound Nexus, best AoE trinket in the game for tanks. Anger Boda, pretty good strength trinket, or pretty good stat trinket. Gives yeah, some very nice stats. And I also have the 935 Alchemy Stone, which is very, very, very good for 5 minutes. But yeah, all right. So let's see what we can do here. Pull like conservatively, so we can just kill him as fast as possible. 463k. Oh my god, it's like double. It's even more than double. Man, that is so good. You're so lucky, dude. That thing is fucking nuts. You're playing Blood as well, or I can't remember. These aren't even gonna fucking die. AMS is, yeah, AMS is already gone. I didn't even 6 stacks, lol. Didn't even take me to half health. What a joke. Perfect, man. Thank you. Yeah, sure. If you have any questions at all, guys, let me know. Happy to answer them. But yeah, I mean, there's just not really much to talk about, unfortunately. It's just pretty standard. Just use healing abilities as blood DK, and you could do this kind of shit. Okay, so this is. Oh wait, hold on a second. Yeah, we need to fuck. We need to let him come out to the middle of the room. What the hell was that? Yeah, we want to fight him over here. Last time we did this, it was teaming though, so we'll only have to fight one of them. Yeah, teaming was pretty nuts actually when we did this on teaming. So the reason we want to do this, that doesn't hurt actually, when they just kind of like ping pong in between the two things here. Does Guardian Druid have solo potential? I would say they're the 4th best soloer, so not really, unfortunately. But they can do it. Like, you have such an incredible offense. That's the thing. Like, you really need to be able to out-offense the things. And that's kind of why like Vengeance and Paladin are good, because they can really out-offense a lot of the problems. So Druid has that potential. And they have a decent heal, it just doesn't heal for very much. So realistically, you would pretty much have to out-offense things. I don't know how you would do boss. I think bosses would be very difficult. I actually really dislike videos like your last Mythic Plus tank tier list, because retards take your saying to heart and say stuff like, we need a Druid tank. Well, unfortunately, it's the truth, man. Like, it is that way right now. If it wasn't, it would be different, but it is that way. Like, Warrior is a very poor tank right now. They're noticeably worse than the other options for 5-mans. So it's unfortunate, but people are not watching my video and making that assumption. Those people have made those assumptions already. But I understand your point. Okay, so we just want to die here. They won't like reset or anything like that, so we don't have to fuck with them. With Pally in third, yeah, I would say Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Pally, Guardian. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
I mean, Warrior is perfectly viable to play. I mean, it's perfectly viable, but it's worse, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what the tier list is for. Everything's perfectly viable. You can take 5 tanks and you'd still be able to complete the dungeon. You know what I mean? But doesn't mean it's the best thing to do. So, if you're looking to maximize your chances, I would not be bringing a Warrior. Doesn't mean they can't complete dungeons, though. Haven't played a Demon Hunter since Legion came out. They look fun. Yeah, they're fun. They're really fucking active. Like, so active that it's difficult for me to play them for long periods of time. I think Blood is the perfect situation in terms of activity. They can be high. They go like from high to low activity depending on how much, like, you know, what's happening. But yeah, in general, they're exactly where I like them. So we killed most of them with AMS. That means we don't have any bursting at all. Metro, what do you think about Cradle of Anguish? Cradle of Anguish. You'll have to tell me what that is. I don't know the names of things very well. I'm not a very, like, I'm not good at names, basically. Yes, but pugs don't get that. They want the best. Well, yeah, but like I said, dude, that has nothing to do with the video, so let's leave that out of it. Like I said, those people have made those decisions already, so I can't stop that. Armory? What? Egalitarians. Luckily, in the tank situation, there's so many groups that are looking for a tank. You probably aren't gonna have any problems with it. Like you're not gonna have a problem where you're like a 935 warrior and you're not gonna get into groups just because you're a warrior. But like if we're talking about, like, you know, taking the best group possible, you're not taking a warrior. It's just how it is. I don't really think so, man. I really don't. Like, it's possible that they're basing their opinion on others, but it's just like, I think everybody just knows that Warrior's not the best right now, right? I don't know. Either way, it's, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. I can't really help you, though. Like I said, those people have made their decision way before me, and they would have made their decision with or without me, so it's not really anything that I could we don't really have anything to talk about on that topic, unfortunately. But another Blizzard doesn't play their game comment. What? Anyway, I got 915 here, 1,248 haste. Oh, that trinket. Yeah, I wouldn't use that. There's way better DPS trinkets. Memento of Anger Boda. You're talking about replacing that? That's the best DPS trinket in the game. I wouldn't use Cradle of Anguish at all. I'm actually gearing a DK for Mythic Plus right now, LeMayo, so I see your point. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they're just better, right? Like, it's, yeah. Nothing really problematic about that. Just how it is. So, you know, people who want the best, like you're right, like those people are fucking idiots, right? Like they want the best, but they themselves are not the best. So they're hypocritical for sure, and they're idiots, usually like trash tier players for sure. But they're not wrong, unfortunately, you know. So whether they watch my video or Sko's video or other videos like this is irrelevant. They're not wrong. We're just parsing the facts essentially. Alright, cool. Thanks for all these replies. Just got back to my Blood DK because of you. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really good. Yeah, I'm happy to hear others are playing Blood, guys. I really am. I'm very excited about the Blood DK community growing. So if I were to make a Demon Hunter right now, what spec would you recommend? I only ever leveled as Vengeance. I don't know. I've never played Havoc at all, so. I mean, there's only the 2 specs, right? So do you want to play a tank or do you want to play a DPS? Not really a lot of depth there, unfortunately. You fucking son of a bitch! Oh my god, I hate when that happens. Where did that even get dropped? That is so fucking annoying. Got like dropped up on that root or something? Oh god damn it. Beware. Searching for a guild as a warrior is a Bible thump right now as well? Beware. Oh, is it like a raiding guild? Warrior is great in raids. They're probably I would say they're in a very good spot for raids. Inspiring presence is so huge in raids, it's crazy. Okay, I need to start paying attention. Beware. This is starting to become a real problem.
Beware. Beware.
Yeah, we're about to wipe here. Wiping on Drazarian. Yeah, I don't know if these ads are gonna kill us. Love this boss, so predictable. Nah, it's really dangerous, man. It's really hard to... such a hard fight, yeah.
Beware.
But on my realm, every guild asks for a brewmaster or druid. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's interesting. That's a whole different story, I suppose. Although, honestly, I wouldn't really be looking to join guilds like that, right? Like, I don't know. What kind of guild is being that selective, but looking for a tank in the middle of the tier? Probably not the best one, right? I don't know.
Beware.
I'm not sure about all that, honestly. Like for me, the best tank option would be the right social fit. Person who's going to be able to play the character well, but actually like help the raid the most, you know? Not just be playing a brewmaster or a bear because they're in a good spot. With 5-mans, it's the complete opposite. You're only really gonna do. You're only gonna play with the guy for a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to say it's justified to search for something like that. I'm going to attempt to solo this on my 11 key. You think it's doable? If you do, you should record it. I'd be very interested in seeing Pallies do it. I don't know though, to be honest. It depends, like, how well set up is your Pally. 929 is fine, but is it your main? You know, do you have good legendaries? Do you have enchants and, you know, everything, pots and food and everything else that you would need? I think it'll be hard as Pally, honestly. Bosses are going to take a long time. You're going to have to do a lot of self-healing and a lot of survival work, so. It's definitely not easy as Pally, but it's definitely doable. Should be doable on all dungeons for Pally. Like anything that I can do, a Paladin should be able to do as well. Now look at that 3 proc, that's pretty rare. What trinket did you say was the best one from Arcway? The Terrorbound Nexus. But it's also got the Chrono Shard, which isn't bad either, but at this point I think the Alchemy trinket is better than the Chrono Shard. From a pure DPS perspective. But yeah, Terrorbound Nexus is the best AoE trinket in the game for 5-mans. For probably everyone, but definitely for tanks. A lot of trinkets get like scaled down for tanks, but Terrorbound Nexus does not. And it does a lot of damage. Another good option is this one, the Umbral Moonglaves, but it definitely gets scaled down, so it's not as strong as it could be. Like a Fury or an Arms Warrior with it would be what you would want, basically.
Beware.
Or even like a Demon Hunter, I guess. Anybody who's actually a damage dealer that already has good AoE, that's like the new spinny guys, essentially. Did you do Cruel on all classes? No, I've never even entered it. I've never even tried it once as a tank.
Beware.
What are the best survival trinkets? Best survival trinkets are these two. Darkmoon Deck Immortality and Feverish Carapace. IMO. The Darkheart one is really good too if you can get it high item level, but I feel like I would have trouble with it on as blood.
Beware.
Soloing like this is more so gear dependent. I would say definitely skill dependent, but yeah, gear is required, of course. Like, if you don't have the gear for this, you can't do it. But like, you need to know the place inside and out to be able to do it at all, right? Like, if I don't know how to do this fight properly, I can't do it at all, even though it's the easiest one, you know?
Beware.
Yeah, in general, gearing is definitely something that would make this a lot easier. So, the more damage and the more self-healing you have, the easier it becomes.
Beware. Beware.
Have you done Nels? I tried it, and it's probably impossible. I'm not sure how I would kill the third boss. I was worried about the final boss too. Oh, this is bad. I'm already fucking it up. But yeah, this is a dungeon that has no bosses that I can't kill. So that's basically what you're looking for when you're looking to solo something. You have to be able to do all the mechanics in the bosses. And yeah, I have the Nel stream up. Like, you can check it out. It's just, yeah, it's not fun. Let's put it that way. The second boss is a real fucking pain in the ass. Like, it's just like, it's like a 20-minute fight, and it's not easy. So, not a fun fight. And then the third boss, I don't know if it would be doable. I'd basically have to kill, like, I'd constantly have to be killing the ads, and I don't know if I could do it fast enough. And it's actually really difficult to avoid his pushback. Like, it's a lot of effort to actually avoid the pull in or whatever it is, not pushback, but the thing where he tries to eat you. You have to run away from it. DHT and Nelts are my most comfortable. Yeah, for like actually doing dungeons, I would agree with that for sure. I'd say Halls is my most comfortable. That's the key I'm looking for. I would very much like to try Halls. I know I can solo a couple bosses because I fucking do it every time I do the dungeon. Just like this place. So many people make mistakes on the easiest parts of the fights that I end up having to finish it. What dungeon have you found doable? I haven't tried Archway yet, but I've heard it's undoable. People said that you'll get stunned. If you're the only person in the dungeon, you'll get stunned by the... it's like a mechanic that's supposed to only go on DPS, so I'm not really sure.
Beware.
But I haven't tried Archway. I've done Court. The only two I've completed so far on... Like, I was trying to do them on 15, so it was a little bit harder to get through them, but... I know I've done Court and I've done Darkheart. Those are the only two. I know I can do Halls, so I just have to get the key. And I don't know what else I can do. I haven't tried anything else. But like Vault, I've seen people do, so it's probably doable, but I think it would be quite difficult. I really hate vault too. That's the
Beware.
problem. The Karas might be very, very challenging as well, but probably doable. Interesting, I always find groups wipe and leave on halls. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just finished the dungeon, right? So, like, it happens all the time. People wipe on, like, pretty much every boss in there, and I just finish it. It's, like, one of the easiest ones to solo is Blood DK because all the mechanics, like, don't actually put you in dangerous. Like, I don't know. They're very dangerous for the group, let's put it that way, but not for the player. I think I've been perma-stunned on Archway before when all members wiped. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And there's like no way out of it after a while, right? Like I have 2 ways out of it, but I don't know. I would like to try it because Archway is like my favorite dungeon, but yeah, I don't think I would be able to do it. Either way, I plan on whatever key I get. Like if it's something that I think I can do, I'm going to try. But I think it's the same problem with I think you can't complete I either. The last boss will one-shot me with that thing. I'm not sure.
Beware.
Jesus Christ.
Beware.
I must just wipe there after 10 minutes of fighting the boss. Okay, well that's that. We're quite short on mobs. No, we should be fine, yeah. Alright, this is where things start getting hard again, so let's see how it goes. I just got home from class. I'm gonna try to solo this on my paladin. Oh yeah, you said that already, didn't you? I would definitely say you need to be at least 930. Oh wait, that's not what you even asked. What pots are you using? I mean, I'm using Potion of Prolonged Power and Potion of Old War. The only 2 potions that would be applicable, right? I always make this mistake. We have to kill the imps. Puts you in the stone prison and you can only get out when another player frees you. You can't icebound out of it. But yeah, I think either way, I think that boss would be impossible. But I would try to do every other boss. That's like kind of where I'm at. Like if I could do every other boss, like if there's a boss that's just impossible to solo, then there's really nothing I could do about it, right? So, but. This has gone quite swimmingly, I would say. We're still under 2 hours in, so we might actually be done early, depending on how this last boss goes. We might actually wipe a couple times. But ultimately, my goal would be to have like a relatively high key of every single run completed. I know you won't be able to do it with a lot of them, but at least to have tried it. That would be my goal. I'm getting a feeling you're using a Razor Naga. That is a very good feeling you have there, Dre Skill. I am indeed using a Razor Naga. How could you tell? I need to kill the imps. Keep targeting the wrong thing. I definitely feel like this is easier than when I did the 15. It's just, don't know. A lot of damage right now, but these packs in general are dangerous, so not surprised by that. Alright, let's just make sure we don't die here. It's gone a lot quicker too, that's for sure. But I really feel like a big part of that is because of the DPS I've gained from these trinkets and gear in general. Let's see. I assume they redid the difficulty levels. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, they definitely did. It's hard to say. People are saying like a 12.5 is a 15, but I'm not really sure, honestly. It doesn't really feel that different. It really doesn't feel like any different than what a 12 used to be, honestly. It's like slightly harder, but I think the mob health is the difference. Like, things die very quick in these. You don't even have to be that geared. Like, people aren't doing that much damage, but things are still dying, like what I feel like to be very fast. I've used Naga for years, love it for MMOs. The latest design, though, I'm not crazy about. Oh, what, they've come out with a new one? I'm still using one from like 2 years ago, so I don't know. Well, the mouse button spam kind of have the same here. Oh, yeah. You think this week it would be more beneficial to use the legendary cloak? No, definitely not. That cloak is only good for clearing necrotic. You should be able to time. You should be able to time up anti-magic shell for bursting as is. And even if you only, like, say you're fighting like 6 mobs and you only prevent like 3 or 4 stacks, that's still at. Like, you don't need to prevent all 6 stacks. Because a blood decay, like, you literally don't even. It's physical damage, right? So it's like. It's just not dangerous. Or maybe is it shadow damage? Well, anyway, I always end up having Umbilicus at the end of the pull, so that's why I'm saying that. Like, having Umbilicus at the end of the pull is like GG. Like, you're not even going to take damage from bursting. Okay, now this might be a serious problem here. This is one of the hardest packs in the whole dungeon, so probably going to die to this pack. This is usually where I need to take it serious. Let's see how this goes. Start mitigating that damage there if we can. Just pop that. So usually after the second Vamp Blood is when, if this isn't close to being dead, I'm gonna die. I'm just like not getting, I don't have any runes. What the hell's going on? Yeah, I'll die here. Okay, definitely need Dancing Rune Weapon up for that pack. Oh! That's why I hate this dungeon. I just bought a new Naga. My old one was like 2014. It was beat up. Nice. So is it like visibly different? Now we're gonna have to like stop and eat after the next. It's so annoying. This mechanic is so stupid. I really don't know why it. I guess I can understand why it happens out of combat, but just stupid. So there's that. Those big water elementals that we left over there. See you guys. The one I just got is exactly the same. It's just RGB. What does that mean? Is that like LGBT or whatever? Oh. I wonder if they reduced the frequency of that, because last time I would wipe there, I'd usually have to stop and eat a bunch. It just lights up differently. Ah! Oh, so red, green, blues. That's what you meant. That's not what I thought you meant at all. I didn't know why you would be saying the mouse was red, green, blue. Let's check on the Yankees score while we wait. They're playing an afternoon game because last night... Oh my god, they're up 5-0 already. Okay. Oh, man, I wish I was watching that right now. Okay, anyway. They have to win this game, though, so... 5-0. They better be up 50-0 because if they don't win, they're fucked. Gotta bury the Orioles. Make sure they can't come up. Yeah, it lights up. My mouse is not gender fluid. Thank God, man. Alright, let's rock. Just pop fucking Old War. Oh man, so I gotta tell you guys the story. I should not do it though while I'm fighting this back. So a guy, like the doctor I work with, he said he had his first child, and he had his first child 2 weeks ago now, and like, you know, the woman that he had the child with, she's cool and all, but on her fucking like Instagram, oh my god, why am I gonna die again? I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. It's a problem. On her like Twitter and Instagram, she has like a bunch of shit about how she's like, we're not gonna worry about the gender of the child until the child's able to worry about the gender of itself, or something like that. And I was like, okay, it's fine. But like, I don't think he like hasn't brought this up at all, so I feel like she's just like, I don't know, being retarded about it. It's such an annoying thing, man. I would not, like, if you were to tell me right now that, like, if somebody were to ask me, like, would I want to have a child right now, the answer is definitely no. Like, I would literally not wish to bring another human being into this fucking retarded world that we're living in right now. Just because, first of all, it would either be like a kid who like had their shit together and had to deal with these idiots, or it would be one of these fucking idiots themselves, and that would be even worse. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know. Sounds like a Freudian nightmare. Yeah. It's just sad times, man. It's really fucked up. Like somebody, it said on, I think it was on Joe's podcast, he was talking about, I know, I think he was talking, it's something about his Netflix. Yeah, I was on that podcast with, what's his name? Uriah Faber and, who's that other fight? Anyway, yeah, he was talking about people who feed their cats only vegetarian diets. Vegan cat ladies is what he was calling them. And it's killing the cat. The cat is an obligate omnivore. It has to eat meat. It cannot get the nutrients it needs for its metabolic cycles from plants alone. So it's killing these cats. These people are killing their cats because they're like such veganistic, like they have such veganistic ideals that they would rather the cat die. Like, I don't even know if they realize they're killing it, but yes, they're damaging the cat terribly, and they would rather that than eat meat, I guess. It's just so fucking stupid, man. Jordan Peterson, that was a good one too, but that's not what I was talking about. That was a good one. Sounds like a good way to kill your cat. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, like literally murdering the cat. But like, you can't tell them that. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna fucking sue you, basically. That worked out really well. Didn't even like take damage in between those two. Problem is now though. We're doing alright. Looks like we'll be alright. MS. Had to lust for that, but it's worth it. I don't think we could finish this. Let's just start losing stacks of bone shield. That's sad. Just wipe it up. Let's see. They should be arrested for breaking animal cruelty laws. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how all that works, honestly. Compassion is what motivates the fury of an angry grizzly bear. Damn. Out of them, excess empathy will come great suffering. Empathy is a selfish Often misplaced emotion. Nice. Well said. People are retarded. There was some blogger or something that insisted dogs and cats can be... Oh my god, seriously. You're not running with Bone Storm. No, not for this. The bosses are very, very dangerous, so... The trash isn't, like... Even though I'm dying to this trash, like, it's not preventing me from finishing the dungeon. But I definitely need Blood Mirror for the last boss. And yeah, you can't change it in here, so I would have to like hearth and fly all the way back, and I don't want to risk that. I'm not sure like how long you can be out of a dungeon before it resets. I'm also trying to solo this shit, and you make it look way easier than it is. Well, that's true. That's true. Like, don't get it twisted, guys. If you're watching this, you think this is easy. It's not. Like, this is a very, very, very... I had to lust just to kill one of those mobs, guys, so... If you're going to try to solo this, you're going to probably have to get creative there, because that's a very, very tight pull. Very, very tight. And even then, even with lust, I still almost died. Even with me doing 1.56 million DPS, I still almost died. Of course, the only DPS that actually mattered was on the mob we were trying to kill, so it's kind of irrelevant to bring that up, but... I'm not even on first boss. Well... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you missed the beginning. The first 2 packs of the dungeon are the hardest part. No doubt about it, man. The first 2 packs of the dungeon are the hardest part, so. Wait, you already killed the first 2 packs? Well, then you're laughing, as Harry would say. You killed the owl pack? That's the hardest part, man. 100% the hardest part. Nice. Well, good shit, man. You're on your way, then. This will be the next hardest part. To get to this part. First boss is gonna be tough, though. Actually, first boss is gonna be quite tough. But if you're doing it on a paladin, right? That was you. You're gonna be able to bop off the stacks, I think. So you got to be careful with that. Try that and let me know if that works. If you could bop, not the stacks, but the bleed that when he pounces on you, it puts a bleed on you. Let me know if that's the case. Typical Mythic plus Bone Storm all day. Yep. If I was not trying to do this, I would have Bone Storm. Any week with Fortified, any trash-centric week is Bone Storm. Even teaming Tyrannical, I would still take Bone Storm. Like, Blood Mirror is not a very good DPS ability, but it is a very good survival ability. So, Bone Storm is a very good both. But the problem is on trash on like certain weeks, it doesn't actually matter. Because, like it's so trivially easy to heal through that you don't actually need Bone Storm. But any time where DPS and survival on trash is what's important, you need Bone Storm for sure. Even on 2 packs, even on packs with 2 mobs, I like to use it occasionally. Like if I have Dancing Rune Weapon up, I'll just use Bone Storm because I can get 100. You know, I don't actually know if that's a DPS increase, but it feels really good to have the healing coming in like that. I'm running Blessing of Spell Warding. What? Why would you take that? That's not what you wanted to do. I don't think you'll be able to do that. I think you're gonna need Bop. There's a lot of physical damage that you're gonna need to mitigate. Actually, though, I don't know. Maybe Spell Warding might be useful. It'd be good for the breath and the grip on the tree boss. Won't be needed in Drazarian. I think Bob would be the way to go. That's like one of the best things about Paladins, that they could use those immunities without any detriment when they're alone. What is Death's Caress used for? Just for like getting ranged threat, basically, or applying, like, if you're out of range of something and you can't do any other damage to it, you could do it. But otherwise, it's not worth it. Like, don't ever use it when you're in range of something. It's just, it applies Blood Plague, so occasionally it's useful to get Blood Plague up on the target when you're not in range of it. Like, that's probably the best usage of it. If you're out of range for a while, and your blood plague's about to fall off, then use Death's Caress to put it back on. Is it preventing damage so you don't actually get hit? That's correct, yeah. It puts an absorb on me, and that absorbed damage gets reflected, essentially. I have the legendary helm and bracers. Oh, the helm, yeah, that's a good one. The bracers are... I guess the bracers would be pretty good for this week, but I would definitely take DPS legendaries for trash. Like, you can just switch, right? So that's good. Paladin legendaries are among the best, honestly. I think they are the best. I think they have the best legendaries of anybody. Of all the tanks. They have such a wide array of utility that can come from these legendaries. Still only have, oh, both sides of something. Just got the rogue to 919. Not bad for being, yeah, no shit, man. Have a great day. Thanks. I'm way ahead of you. Yeah, I can swap on the belt for DPS. Yeah. Oh, the belt? Well, I was talking more like the legs or the shoulders would be the ones that you would want for those. But yeah. Alright, well, whatever. Let's go. Let's give it a shot. This is probably not going to go well, but let's go and switch out shit real quick. So we don't need Cephas on this one. Let's go belt and shoulders. Well, we already have the belt on. Shoulders. Okay. I have the legs, but no shoulders. Yeah. Well, the legs are very good. Alright, let's try. We're probably going to wipe here.
Trespassers will be punished.
We don't have lust up.
You will waste away slowly, painfully.
The hardest part of the fight should only be the end, though. Like, the actual survival of the rest of the mechanics should be relatively easy. On your 14 Shade of Xavius. Oh, good call. Way more health. How did you notice that?
You will waste away slowly, painfully.
That's interesting. He's got way more health. 304 million HP. I'm now at 304 million now, after getting him down 9%. That's interesting. So I'm totally wrong about the health thing then. That's interesting. Oh well, although that's 14, right? Could you check the 15 VOD if possible? Or did I delete the I might have deleted the 15 VOD because it ended in failure. So anyway, this is harder than 14, one way or the other. Based on that, at least. So I really just have to survive that every time it happens, which isn't the easiest thing to do. I checked the 14 VOD and checked your total damage. Oh. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. So you won't be able to do that for the 15 VOD. Because I did not kill the boss. What did you say about the health? This, when I'm doing this right now, it has substantially more health. Why am I dead? Oh, it's this fucking magic debuff. I forgot about this. It has substantially more health than the last time I tried to solo this. Growing paranoia. Move away from others. Guys? Guys? Where are the others? Blood mirror on that ability there. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. I think the bosses are scaled fine, but the trash seems like it has lower health. Yeah, I would agree with that, actually. That's definitely the way it feels, too, but I don't think that's true. Like, I mean, it could be, I guess, but I don't know if they would have fucked with it at this point. Like, they're so behind this, like, I don't know, this weird situation where everything is like on this fixed rail and they just alter it with a knob. It's like why they're able to make the content so fast, I think, because they just like things get tuned so much. Like it's like tuned by AI now instead of by people, you know what I mean? They don't have to like, we feel like this mob needs a buff and this mob needs a nerf. Now everything's just on this like knob that everything gets buffed or everything gets nerfed in a lot of cases. They're all dead. Spectre of Betrayal. What is that one again? I don't know. I don't know the names of things. I got 950 eye level pants. That's pretty lucky, yeah.
You will waste away slowly, painfully.
Well, if it was before 7.3, then I can understand that since they decrease boss's health. What? Oh wait, since they increase. Wait, where'd you see that? I haven't heard about that. That's news to me. The KJ DPS trinket. Oh yeah, I don't know about all that. Alright, so here's the AoE. Okay, easily survive that. Alright, so here's where things start getting crazy. Around 20% is where things start getting crazy, so we need to save everything for that. Well, we'll just save Rune Weapon for it, and Lust should be sufficient. We could avoid getting too many of these stacks. That was ultimately what caused our demise last time. Too many of those stacks. Very dangerous with this when this ability happens.
You will waste away slowly.
And we are already feeling a bit pressured by this. But as long as he doesn't get too many stacks. 3 stacks. No, that one didn't hit, luckily.
You will waste away slowly, painfully.
Just gotta focus on this, guys. We'll read the comments afterwards. Best if you can avoid it.
You will waste away slowly.
Can't really risk moving him the whole time though, like this. Okay, we're gonna have to use Icebound for this next one, unfortunately. Don't have anything else up. Yeah, we might be alright. Let's try to go without. Yeah, we're okay.
You will waste away slowly.
I'm gonna waste away slowly, painfully. Hey, Banana, what's up? Just in case you guys weren't aware, I will be wasting away slowly, painfully, comma. There's actually a comma there too. That's funny. Next one we'll AMS, and then we gotta start pushing him, I think. Maybe we'll save AMS. Let's just use this now. That was probably stupid, but alright, let's just fucking lust. We have AMS. We have Leech coming up here. We'll use it now. Save Vamp Blood. Just make sure we have it at the right times here. Gonna get 5 stacks here. This is really bad. But we still have Icebound, so that will save us no matter what. And we still have AMS. 7 stacks, holy shit. I don't think we ever got a buff. Wow, he's gonna get 8 stacks. This is really bad. Is that gonna be 9? Alright, we just AMS, or use that now. It's 9 stacks. Not really doing anything though. 10 stacks. Oh my god, he's gonna get 10 stacks. Hey, we got the achievement, boys. The fuck? AMS this one. He's got no stacks right now though. Pretty good. Fucking potion. Come up! 30 more seconds. I don't think he's even gonna be alive. And we'll just save Vamp Blood. Looks like we're good though. Let's not count our metros before they troll. That was stupid. Alright, Vamp Blood. Pop that. And that should be that. Sanding that for a little bit extra damage. And we got it! That was easy.
Well-earned victory.
What do we get?
We must, however, stay vigilant. Deep
Halls?
inside the nightmare, Xavius remains unvanquished.
Of course we
The
get
enemy
Halls.
you fought here was merely his shadow.
915 though. A lot of AP. Oh, you want to do Arc 15? Yes. Yes. Answer is yes. Okay, let me look at the comments here. We missed a couple. Yeah, they're in the blue patch notes, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, they are not, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh. Google Play. Scepter, 925, 2,604 strength, creates a blue elemental that causes... Yeah, that's shit. do not use that as a tank. You want to do Arc 15, yes. Spectral is shit. Terrorbound Nexus is far more powerful, yes, 100%. By the way, is Toss last boss trinket? Gotcha. I hate how they made the mobs in Black Recold immune to control undead. Well, they didn't make the cat immune. They didn't make the things that you would normally immune. I just did it last night. What trinket was it you got from the chest? I didn't get a trinket, I got a neck. If you tank him by Malfurion, or however you spell his name, he doesn't spawn as many stacks near him. Yeah, that's just conjecture. Tried everything a couple months, like 2 months ago when we tried this. It's like just random. It's just random. Okay, well that's that. So yeah, that's that. That was easy actually. Less than 2 hours that took. I definitely want to take a look at the leaderboard. See where this leaves us. So let's refresh the score. Let's go to desktop for a minute here. Yankees are now up 7-0. Okay, Orioles are struggling on the rainout day there. All right, let's see. Mythic plus leaderboards. The boss had, oh yeah, let's see how much damage. Had 36 million more HP than on your 14 you had. 92k more DPS. Oh, that's interesting. Holy shit. Wow, that's substantial, huh? That's pretty nuts there. And I didn't lust on the pull. That time I lusted twice. How long was that fight? That was only an... Oh no, I guess I didn't lust twice. It was only 25 seconds longer. I could have swore I lusted twice. Anyway, you're brave. I would not write anything on Google search on my computer on live stream. Nah, this computer doesn't have anything like that. All right, let's take a look. What, so you have 15 banana? Is that what you're talking about? 15 Arcway? I would be very happy with that key. Oh, that's funny. My 14 is the highest. My 12 is going to be like the third highest. It's funny. Alright, well this... Actually, we got to log out one way or the other, I think, right? Oh, what the hell? Somebody else just completed a 16. That's funny. Okay, anyway, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Hail to the night.
Okay. I don't know what to do about this stream. I didn't think this was going to be this fast. I should like break... I don't know how long it takes for this. Would it be shitty if I did that? If I stopped streaming and just started a little bit later so I could, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm not going to, like, I don't know, it's just kind of shitty. I don't want to, like, I don't want people to, like, I don't know. I want this to be its own video, basically, but it was only 2 hours, so. Alright, see you, buddy. I'm going to stop streaming, guys. I'm going to be back in, like, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes. I'm not really sure how long it needs to make 2 separate VODs, so I'm just going to go offline for a little bit, okay, guys? I'll be back. Don't go anywhere if you can wait, but if not, I understand. But now, then we'll just do Mythic Plus, since this went this fast. I still have, like, another 3 hours, basically, before I have to do anything, so might as well keep going. Alright, so I'm just going to stop now. Like I said, I'll be back. I'm only stopping because I want there to be a separate VOD just for this solo, so anyway, yeah, we'll be back in a little bit.